Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to watch another video by me. My name is Charlotte Burns, and I'm a close to my heart maker who likes to teach. That's pretty well me in a nutshell. This video is showing you how to construct the first 2 pages of the Tutti Frutti scrapbooking workshop. So I've done another video which showed me cutting it all up. And then putting it into 3 separate memory protectors. And this video is all about putting together the first 2 pages. So it's project 1. And the reason I'm doing this is because Close to My Heart have stopped doing instructional videos on how to put these workshops together. So I thought I would do it. So whether you're a customer or you're a maker, I hope that this helps you in some way, shape or form. Do check out the cutting instructions because I've got lots of tips in there, and on these 2 pages you won't find much difference, but on some of the other pages you will find a difference in what you see on my papers. So this is the front of the instructions which you get in the pack. I also did a video on what exactly you get in your pack. So this is the front page of the instructions. And I'm just referencing this because it does say you need the Tutti Frutti scrapbooking workshop kit. You needed black journaling pen, and I noticed on this particular page or on this project, you need the 0.01. So Close to My Heart have 3 journaling pens currently, and they come in 3 different sizes. So 0.05, 0.03 and 0.01. So I'm grabbing the 0.01. I did need to know that. Scissors, adhesive, pencil and a ruler. I may or may not need some of those. Now I know I need the stickers, so I've got the whole sticker sheet. I didn't put the sticker sheet in with any particular layout because I knew that I'd be using them on all 3 projects. I have used one of the stickers, and that I featured in a video that I actually did earlier today, but if you're watching this on YouTube, then that means nothing, where I put together a cute little card, and this is... So I popped that on the front. I'm yet to put a sentiment on that, but I put that sticker on the front of this card. So that was just something fun to do. I'm going to pop the sticker to the side for the moment, the sticker sheet to the side for the moment, and also let you know, so as well as my journaling pen, I did have some adhesive, and I'm using the Mono Air or the Air adhesive that Close to My Heart sells. I've got a couple of rollers because generally speaking, I have 2 going at the same time so that if I run out of one, I don't have to stop, refill, and then keep going. So I have 2 going at the same time, but I do also have a refill just in case. And the refills come in a pack of 2, which is fantastic. I also have the Close to My Heart tape runner, and I'll be using this just a little bit. I don't use this as much as the Air adhesive. It's not refillable for one. It works out to be a little bit more expensive, but being repositionable and easier to rub off if you make a mistake, then I usually have this in my little stack of things. So I've got a whole box of equipment, but I do have my rub and remove, which I'll be using. I also have some 3D foam tape. This is an old container that Close to My Heart had, and I love them. So I've got some 3D foam tape. I'm using the thin 3D foam tape. I prefer using that for scrapbook layouts, but it's totally up to you what tape you use. I've got my scissors. They didn't say that I needed scissors, but I do have scissors handy, which is great. And I've also got my anti-static mat. So this is another thing they didn't mention, but when it comes to sticking the stickers down on 3D foam tape, an anti-static mat is a really good thing to do. So just letting you know, that's everything that I've got, as well as a ruler. I love my ruler. A ruler, and I do have a small trimmer. Most of the cutting, as I mentioned, was done prior to today, but there was a little bit of cutting that I decided not to do, and we're about to see what it is and why I didn't cut it. I did cover it when I was doing it. All right, so this is the instructions for the project 1, left page, and then on the reverse is the right page. So I have them ready to go. And what I'm going to do is pull out some of my pieces, not all of my pieces, just some of my pieces. So I'm going to pull out one of the background pieces if I can. This is really awkward, really super awkward. All right, one of my background pieces. This is the one I'm going to be working with because I'm just going to work with the left page to start with. So it says prepare for both pages, cut die strips into individual pieces. Now, I didn't do that when I was prepping the pages because what I noticed is you've got this beautiful line that goes through the middle of your die cut strips, and these are the die cut strips. And I thought that it would be easier for me to draw the line when the die cut strip was together, and then I would chop it, which is why I've got my choppy chop. I call that a choppy chop. So I'm going to, now that I've put that there, I'm actually going to move it out of the way. I'm going to move this to the center so that I can work a bit easier. And just referring to my little guide here, when I was pulling these apart, so these are exclusive to the workshop kit. When I was pulling these apart off the paper, I noticed that this strip here was identical to this one here. And then we had other bits and pieces. So it might take me a little bit to have a look and see where things are going, but bear with me. And you can always watch this on the replay if you're not already watching on the replay. And just fast forward me if I'm boring you. So, but hopefully you'll pick up some tricks as we go. So this I can see is 1 inch wide, and so I'm going to line that up with the 1/2 inch mark like that, and my ruler. I'm going to take my 0.01 marker, and I'm just going to, it's not going to mark very well on this paper because it is a glossy paper, but I'm just going to make sure that it's starting off nicely, which it is beautiful. And I'm going to just do some lines. This is really good because it makes it look like I've actually stitched this to the page. Now, if you are someone who has a sewing machine and you've done stitching on your page, feel free to stitch this on your page. I think that would be absolutely gorgeous, but I don't have the setup for that. I have a sewing machine. I was going to say I have a washing machine. Don't put your scrapbook pages in a washing machine. I do have a sewing machine. It is not set up. I'm waiting for my forever home before I can set everything up, and then, I don't know, I might do some sewing on my scrapbooking pages. Okay, so I know that is my first line. Then my second line actually has bits and pieces on it. So it's a bit of a mishmash. We've got a zip strip, which is one of the things that was cut. So let me pull out all of these little pieces. I know that the longer zip strip, so this one here, I know that goes on the right-hand page of this project because I saw it. But these little pieces here, they actually go upside down like this. And we have this line here. Then we have one of these. And Charlotte, it really doesn't matter which one. It does. It matters to me. Okay, we have that. Then we will have a sticker that says amazing. So that'll be one of my stickers and that can stay where it is. Then we have a skinny one. So some of these die cut strips are 1 inch. Some are skinnier and some are skinnier again. So we've got 1 inch, we have 3/4 of an inch, and we have 1/2 inch die cut strips. So this next one will be one of the 1/2 inch strips, and of course you know I'm going to have to match it, and I reckon it's going to be this one here, but that is the same as this one. Yes, okay, so looking at it, it's this one and this one, and then we go to that at the end. Lovely. All right, now I'm just going to see if I can find this one. Yes, which has got a line through it. I think all of these actually have lines through them. It's just the stickers don't and the zip strips don't. So let me flip over to the second one and look at that. I'm right. Okay, I can just go ahead and put lines through all of these. And this is where if I was recording this not live, I could just do the blah, 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 and fast forward through it all. But as usual, you'll just have to tolerate me blabbering. Unfortunately, I can't see the comments, so I can't even chat to you. I need to set up my computer in front of me so that I can see anyone who's watching, and I can say hi, and I can chat to you while I'm doing boring things like this. But I can't. So I'm going to talk to myself and talk to you in the process. I hope that everybody has had a fantastic day. Here in Kyneton, it has been beautiful and sunny. I had some lovely ladies come up today. Hi to Cheryl and Pamela, who came up and made some cards with me. If anyone is interested in coming over and either making some cards, doing some scrapbooking, doing a class, or just coming along for a scrap and chat, Lord knows I love to chat, please get in touch with me. If you're not local and you want to spend time with me, I don't know who would, but you know, here's hoping. If you would like to do that, let me know and we can organise a Zoom or something. I would also love to do that. So I know I met a few lovely ladies at the Bendigo Craft Alive recently, and they were not local to me or Bendigo. But if you would like to catch up with me, I would love to spend some time with you on Zoom. We can do a private Zoom, or we could even organise a group Zoom. And, you know, if you want to do a Zoom class, I can organise that. Anything is possible, my friends. Anything to connect people and get us chatting and laughing. I love laughing, especially at myself. Don't know that I like it when people laugh at me if I'm not laughing at myself, but that's okay. I will grow some thicker skin. So I am just going to keep doing lines on all of these, and maybe I should have done this before I started the video, but never mind. So all of these strips, these 4 strips, were 1 inch wide, and all I'm doing is I'm putting them on my Versamat at 1 inch, and then I'm lining my ruler up at the 1/2 inch mark and drawing a line straight through the middle. You could just freehand it if you wanted to, but I'm too much of a perfectionist to do that. I'm not measuring so that all my dashes are exact at all. I'm a perfectionist, but not that much of a perfectionist. So I am just going along and doing my best. And if some of them go from one colour into the next, that's okay as well. But they're looking okay. I'm also, once I'm done, I'm putting them to the side, but I am spreading them out so that I can see all of the patterns. So when it comes time to put it together, I can see the patterns. And I do have to say, when I first saw this particular paper suite, I was not that impressed, but having worked with it, it is lots of fun. I have no clue as to what photos I'm putting on these, but I also know that, you know, sometimes photos will just present themselves to you and they go beautifully on papers. So I'm happy to have finished scrapbook pages that I can then just pop photos onto. And it's really good therapy, I reckon, doing paper crafting, any sort of crafting, to be honest. Scrapbooking, card making. I was actually in the reject shop earlier today and I almost bought macrame. Macrame is kind of taking my interest, and I'm thinking, do I get a little bit of macrame? Not sure. I'm going to let a cat out of a bag now. Darren and I came back from a 3-month road trip not that long ago, and the weather down here in Melbourne is quite cold. So we have decided we are going to hit the road again. We're going to head into Central Australia. We're going to go to Ayers Rock, or Uluru. I've booked us into the Field of Lights. I think it's Field of Lights at Uluru, and the dinner experience, which is pretty exciting. It is something that's on my bucket list. So we are going to be doing that towards the end of July, and then possibly heading further north up to Darwin, and then who knows? We don't know yet. We're not sure. So I will be hitting the road in July, which is why I was saying, you know, if you want to do a workshop or something with me in person, please get in contact ASAP. But otherwise, I am more than happy to organise some Zoom workshops. I will still be doing scrapbooking and card making while I'm on the road, because there is a section of the truck that is designated to me. And I fully plan on taking all of my, not all, that's not true, fully plan on taking the supplies that I need with me on the road. Plus we have a brand new catalogue coming out, well, 2 brand new catalogues. The first one is coming out at the start of next month, and that's super exciting. We've got 3 new paper suites. What else do we have? We have new stamps and thin cuts. And do we have an embossing folder? Not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest, because I got the catalogue a little while ago, and since then we've also received, all the makers that signed up for it have received a copy of the new annual catalogue that is coming out, and boy oh boy, that is super duper exciting. So makers can order from that from the 1st of July, and we leave shortly after that. So I have already organised with the caravan park at Uluru that I can get my orders delivered there. Hopefully they'll get to me in time this time. Last time we were at Port Macquarie, my orders did not arrive in time and I had to get them redirected, which was fine. It all worked out. But I'm crossing my fingers that that does work out. It should work. It should work. It should work. And then come the 1st of August, I can share with you all the lovely new products, and we have some amazing, amazing new tools coming. All right, I'm down to my 1/2-inch strips. So I'm getting through this. So yes, 1st of August, I will be able to share with you the new tools. I might even be able to share them a little bit earlier, I'm not sure. But you will be able to order the new tools, and there's papers and stamps and, oh, the dies. No, okay. Sorry, that was nasty. But the dies, oh, you're going to die over the dies. I'm dying over the dies. If you are a maker and you're watching this video and you've come this far, I tell you what, if you have not signed up for the convention bundle and for convention, seriously, it is worth it. If you're not a maker and you're thinking about becoming a maker, join, because it's pretty cool. It is, the discounts and everything. I can hear Darren is driving up the driveway. He's been out clay target shooting today, and I imagine he's had a beautiful day weather-wise. No idea how he's going shooting. He might stick his head in and say hello. Don't know if you'll be able to hear the thump thump. He likes thump thump. I like silence because I like listening to the sound of my own thoughts. But yes, so we are heading off on another road trip. If you know any places to go and see in, what's Central Australia, you know? It's the Northern Territory, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so if you know of any good places to go and see in the Northern Territory, please let me know. I will eventually come back and have a look at these comments, I promise. So Central Australia, Northern Territory, Ayers Rock, we're doing the Field of Lights. Where else are we going? Broken Hill, hoping to get to Cameron's Corner, and What else? Oh, no, this is actually Jenny. So this is not Darren coming. This is somebody else, which means that I might have to stop this video and come back. Yes, I am. All right, I'm going to stop here because someone has come, a visitor has come. How funny is that? All right, I'm going to be back with the rest of this video. I might finish drawing all the lines and then come back. So stay tuned, folks. I will be back. Hi, I'm back, and this is part 2 of constructing project 1 from the Tutti Frutti scrapbooking workshop. So I got interrupted through the last video I was doing live, creating these 2 pages here, which is project 1 of the Tutti Frutti scrapbooking workshop, which was fine because what it meant was I could actually go through and draw the lines on all of these die cut strips. So these were die cut strips that I pulled out of a die cut sheet, which is exclusive to the workshop kit. And not only did I go through and draw lines on all of them before I cut them apart, I've then worked out roughly in which order they go on this page and also which order they go on this page. And then I've laid them out to my right so that hopefully I can get through this page fairly quickly. So I'm going to bring over the background paper, and to assemble it says use Capri polka dot paper for the base page. So this is the Capri polka dot. On the back is this lined, and that's fine. Now the dots are actually directional, so I'm going to turn it so that these lines go up and down, horizontal, that's the word, and I'm going to place it this way. So that this page stays in place, I'm taking my Close to My Heart tape runner and I'm just going to put a couple of little spots on there, and then I'm going to stick this down to my Versamat, and that way I will have it nice and stable so that if I want to line things up, which I will want to line things up, it's not going to move. So there we go. So this now won't move. I did that once and it moved. It was quite hilarious. All right. There are a couple of ways I know that I can cut these strips apart. I can either use a paper trimmer, so a 12-inch paper trimmer. I could use my choppy chop, which is this one here, or I could use some scissors. And as I was drawing lines on this and thinking about it, I thought I might even try just using some scissors because I think it might be easier. So I'm just going to cut these apart. Now I didn't cut them and lay them while I was off camera because I figured it was going to be easier for me to do it so that I could have them all in order for when I was constructing the page. Now it doesn't mean that I'm going to get the perfect cut, but as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm trying not to be a trying not to be a perfectionist. Okay, being a perfectionist is fine if you're a brain surgeon, but if you're a paper crafter, let's just learn to relax, shall we? I'm talking to myself, don't take it personally. So this row, from looking at the picture, this row went down exactly in the order that that it was put together. So that is the order I'm going to put it down. On the diagram, you have a picture of this is what it's meant to look like roughly when you finished. And then here you've got lots and lots of measurements. So the first measurement says that this first piece goes on 1 3/4 inch from the top. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to come down 1 3/4 inch. Now, what I'm actually going to do is turn my page around because I know I'm going to find it a whole lot easier if I work from the bottom. So I'm going to go down or up 1 3/4 inch and just put that there. So that's lined up at 1 3/4 inch. And then I'm actually going to turn my picture around as well so I don't muck that up. Then I'll grab my adhesive. Now this is 1 inch wide, and I'm fairly comfortable that if I just put a strip through the middle, that will be enough to hold that steady on my page because it is going into a memory protector. I know that this particular one goes right to the edge, and I know the yellow one goes to the edge as well. So I'm just going to put a line through there. If you feel more comfortable putting more adhesive on, that's fine, you can do that, but I'm happy just to do that. And all I do is I butt it up against the edge of my ruler and then push it in. Now what I'm going to do is put these in the order they're going on the page. You can always change the order around if you like, but I'm a bit of a copycat, and I'm going to space these out. It doesn't tell me how far apart these go, but again, I'm going to eyeball them and say that that is pretty good. Then I'm not going to start with this one here. I'm actually going to start with the middle ones, because if I muck up the middle ones, then at least I can adjust the outside ones. And that's just a trick that I've picked up with most things. If there was an odd number, I would have started with the absolute middle piece of pattern paper, but there wasn't, there were two. So I'm going to do these two like so, and then these outer ones, again, I'm just eyeballing to get them reasonably center, and that is my first line stuck down, which is awesome. The second line I know contains a zip strip, so I did even put my zip strips where they needed to go. So I'm going to put it down a little bit so I can move my ruler down, but it's got a zip strip, then it's got a sticker, then it's got this, some of this row of pattern paper here. So it has this one. So I'll trim this, and I'm just angling that so I can see exactly where I'm cutting without a shadow. So it'll have a sticker, this one, then it's got another sticker, then it's got this one, and then it's got another piece of zip strip. So there we have that, and then the zip strip is the stripy one, so that will go to the edge. All right, on the instructions upside down, it says that this next section is 3/8 of an inch down from the bottom of these ones here. So we're going to go 1/4 and then another 1/2 of a quarter. And again, it's just kind of roughly, and I can see too that the dots help. The dots are really nice and straight, so they are helping as well. This again just needs one strip of that, and I can see that's about to run out, which is fine. I'll line up my outside pieces first. So that one and this one here. And when I was working all of these out, where they're lying and what have you, I noticed that there are heaps, there are tons of this paper. As in, there's going to be leftovers, which is great because I have leftover paper as well. So I can actually create more pages, which is really cool. All right, now I do need the stickers. So I'm going to grab the Amazing sticker, which is down here. So that's this one down here. Grab that one. And I also need the Love This So Much, which is that one here. These are all different sizes, which is super fun. Challenging, but super fun. And I'm putting these roughly where I think they should go, with, you know, roughly the gap I think they need. And then lining them up at the top. And this one needs less of a gap. Okay, so this is why I prefer not to do it at the edges first. Like, the edge is fine because I know that's lined up right at the edge, but these stickers, not so much. It's easier with paper because I can just move it. Now, I could take the sticky off the back of these, but I'm being difficult, pretty much. So I'm going to push that over. I'm going to put this one down and then fit everything around it. That one may even need to go over more. Yes, I'm thinking so. I might just take a little bit of this sticker off. So hopefully you can watch this and go, right, need to take that sticker off. That's what I do when I'm watching videos. I watch them till they've got the, whatever they're doing, stuck down. Watch them make all the mistakes so that I don't have to. All right, that is going to fix. So I just took a tiny bit off the purple sticker that says amazing, and that now fits beautifully. So I can take these off, flip them over and put some adhesive on them. Sometimes I do this where I'll do sticky on a couple, make sure they're all lining up nicely. And the gaps between these ones are a little bit smaller than the ones above them, but that's quite all right. Okay, so there's my second row. My third row, which I'd already worked out, is this one here. But what I noticed was we have this photo that goes over the top of some of them. So I can see the mint, the flamingo, and the lemonade, but then I can't actually see this one. I can see the edge of this and this one. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut this apart and I'll certainly space it out, but I'm not going to stick that final one down because I'm going to keep it for another page and do some other fun things with it. You can stick it down if you want to, or you can do as I am and keep it for other pages. The visitor before, in case you did watch the other video and you're watching this one now, the visitor before was a friend who has bought Josh's car. So Josh has now gone overseas and he is currently in Honduras. Well, no, he's in Utila, which is an island off Honduras. Or he's on Utila? Is it on? He's on an island, so I guess it's on Utila. And he's doing some freediving, which is pretty cool. Getting sunburnt, and I think he's having a good time. All right, so we'll stick these down, and I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back of these two because I know exactly where they're going to be sticking. Yes, so this lovely girl has bought Josh's car, and that is funding his holiday, which is great. So we can now transfer some money across to him and he can plan the next section of his trip maybe. I'm not sure. He's 19. He doesn't really tell me what he's doing. Or maybe it's just that he's having too much fun. Okay, so those two are stuck down. Now, as I mentioned, I'm going to bring these up. And what I am finding is that the papers here is just holding my ruler up. So I'm having to just angle it slightly so they don't slide. The paper doesn't slide up underneath my ruler. But if I space these out, spaced out, man. I crack me up. If I space these out to where I know I want them to be, I'll put this one down first. And again, just spacing it between those two. And then I'm going to, oh, that's the end. Right, so this is why I like to have a couple ready to go, because I didn't want to stop in the middle of that just to do a refill. So we'll sticky these two up. This blue one is not seen underneath the photo mat. So I'm not actually going to sticky that up and stick it down. Sticky it up and stick it down. I'm going to just use it as my spacer, and then I'm going to take it away and keep it as a spare for when I do another page. All right, next row down. So I've done that one. The next row down again is 3/8 of an inch. So we're coming down a quarter and then half of a quarter, which is roughly there. Make sure that we're nice and straight on the dotted line. And the next line is this one here. And again, it's going underneath the photo. It's going under the photo. So we'll see this one and we'll see the edge of this one, but we won't see this one. If I wanted to, I could trim this, but I'm not going to be that pedantic. So I'll cut these off. And you may notice why it's a good idea not to just cut them all and stick them in a pile, because what Close to My Heart have done is they have printed these in the order you're putting them down, which is so much easier. If I just had a pile of these, I'd need to be sorting through them all and is that the right color? Is that the right shape, size, all of that? Whereas this way I can just cut it, place it and stick it and know that that is where it is meant to go. That rhymed. All right, so we can do these first, and we've come back to a wider 1-inch strip. So we've got that down where we want it, do we? Yes, we do. Great. Push these in a bit. Get that right to the edge. I really do love this blue, this capri colour. It is such a nice colour. Whoop. Just pick that up. No, don't want that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Did the ruler move? I think it did slightly. Okay, and there we go. Then space these out. Not bad, not bad. And don't do the outside one, do the inside one. All right, so it was the purple one that was not getting stuck down. Yeah. This one gets stuck down. And then these two. Now you can, as I mentioned, you can change the colours around to suit you. For me though, I am a copycat and I like to just do it as they've suggested, because I think it looks, unless I think it doesn't look as good, and then I might change the colours, but I think this works really well. Okay, so the next row again is 3/8 of an inch beneath this one, so that's already 1/8, and then we're going to come down, so that takes it down to 5.5 inches. And we've got a sticker first. This is happiness. So I am going to stick that down and hope that it's not too long, just so that it's down and done. This is happiness. Then we have some more of this. So these die cut strips, this die cut strip was actually part of the one that we used here. So we used 2 of these, and then we're using more of these. So we've got this one here, which is the grape with the white circles. So that one goes next. And the next one I worked out is that one. Now you only see a very small amount of that, but that is the next one. I'm not exactly sure what goes underneath there, but I know that these two are visible. So I'm thinking this one goes underneath. I will cut that off just to use it as a spacer. Because we can't see it underneath the photo mat, I won't be sticking it down as I've done with the other one, but I will use it as a spacer. Right, so these need to come way across, and this one gets stuck immediately down. And having another look, we've got this one, so the lemonade does not get stuck down. Now I may cut one of these a little bit shorter. No, I'm just going to make it so that the lemonade doesn't go in at all. There we go. All right, so Capri stripe goes down, and then these are just going to be spaced evenly because they all just jammed, probably because this sticker is so much longer than the papers. And I've got a fair idea of how far apart these are going now, so I can kind of just guesstimate it. And we'll put adhesive on both of these so we can easily just stick them down, preferably to the paper and not my finger. Okay, there's 1, 2, and 3. Done. Right, that was the happiness lives here. That goes over in my pile of stuff I'm going to use another time. Then we have a pink row, well, a row that starts with pink, which is this one here. And we're now getting further away from it. So I'm going to spin my map around again. And that way it's closer to me and it's a bit easier for me to work. Again, we're doing 3/8 of an inch. I'll line that up before I start cutting. 3/8 of an inch. And we do colours. So we've got this white with a glacier spot. Then we have the grape. Now, we don't see the grape because it's underneath the ice cream. We'll still cut it for spacing. We also don't see this glacier with the Capri cross. We do see this one. I'm thinking it's maybe ballerina, not sure. And we do see the Capri. And we do see the flamingo. So these two we're not going to see, and these 3 we're going to space however I jolly well please. So we'll put some adhesive on these, and we're actually just going to put adhesive on all of them. So I could use those extra bits on my scrapbooking pages that I'm going to make up with the excess bits and pieces, or I could even do up a card. So similar design, but I could do up a card. We shall see. Right, so 3/8 of an inch, just double checking that measurement. And the other thing I'm going to do is turn this picture around so that I'm not confusing myself. Okay, here we go. 1, similar gap. 2, same. 3, and then this one goes over here. Beautiful. All right, 1 more row. So again, 3/8 of an inch, which is down there. And this row, we have light pink, light blue, purple. We've got a gap, and then we've got this yellow here, but right up the end here is a zip strip piece. So this was a piece of the zip strip. Let's get that stuck down first, just so that we don't lose it. Take that down to there. Take that down to there. There we go. Tell you what, a ruler is one of my favorite tools. Perfectionists, rulers rule. Okay, I'm going to turn it this way because my light is coming from over here, and that way I'm not casting a shadow on what I'm cutting. So I'm going to cut that one and then be a perfectionist and turn it around. And I reckon that's probably glacier. I know that's grape. I can hear a magpie singing in the background. So the grape does show, the Capri does not, but we'll keep it there anyway for spacing if in case I need it. And then we've got the lemonade. I don't think I will need it for spacing because I'm pretty confident with my spacing now. Lemonade and the other Capri. So I'm going to flip these over. And which one was I dropping? I was dropping the Capri. And the Capri. 2 Capris. Okay. Got a couple of Capris there. So we'll do that one. And this one can go straight down. My ruler has moved. So I'm reminded of the Close to My Heart events where they're talking to you all the time and telling you different tips and tricks. But the difference between their events and my event, well, it's not really an event, that's one of the difference, is also that I don't have someone to natter to. So maybe I need to get someone here that can natter to me, can watch the comments and tell me if anyone's watching and what they're saying. I think that would be a little bit of fun. Either that or I'll go and set up my computer. That would be good too. And that way I can see if you're watching me. I know Leanne was watching my last video when I had to stop because I actually had another Leanne turn up. There we go. Now that doesn't look right, but it is because we've got a big sticker coming in here. So the next thing we do is, I can tell you this one now, it says to attach 1A and 1B. So this is where the numbers and letters come into effect. So 1 means it's for project 1, and the A and the B shows you the order in which things get put onto your projects. If you had have done what I didn't do, which is to number your or label your pieces, this would be labelled as 1A and this would be labelled as 1B. But as I mentioned to you, I don't tend to label mine because I'm slack, because I didn't realise that's what you did. But I can usually figure out what pieces go where. So that's 1A and that's 1B. We're going to put 1A down first. And again, the beautiful thing about these instructions is it tells you how far down to come for this piece and how far in to come as well. So I'm going to put adhesive on the back. I really need to put that in my box so I don't pick it up. I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this. And it's just been wonderful having my base page stuck down to my Versamat because it means the page has not shifted at all when I've been doing, you know, that really specific sticking down. Now I can see that this goes like that, kind of. And so I just want to have a look and see if I want it that side or that side. No, I want it that side. Okay. So I'm going to do it that side. And it comes down 3 5/8 of an inch. So 1, 2, 3 and 2, 4, 5/8 of an inch. So that's 8 3/8 of an inch. Comes down that far. And then it goes in. Now that doesn't look right. That does not look right, but that's okay. Comes down 3 5/8 of an inch, and then it comes in 2 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to go 1, 2 3/4, which is about there. And then we're going to pull that away and say that can come down a smidge more. And because we have lines on the page, I can actually just line it up with the lines and stick it down. Beautiful. Then this piece here, which I'm assuming we're using the light side, but I could be wrong. We might be using the dark side. That is one good thing about labeling your pieces. Let's see what looks good. Dark side, light side. Use the light side. And again, you can change things up. You can pick whatever side you want. I'm just going to flatten down the edges because I did cut it to use the dark side. All right, so I'm using the light side. I'm going to put sticky on the dark side. And I realised I was putting way too much adhesive on the other piece. So now I'm going to use a little bit less. I still probably use way too much, but that's okay. I pay for it. So this one comes down 4 inches. Now it will come down more than 4 inches because the other one has, but down 4 inches and in 2 3/8 of an inch. So what it does is it kind of sits roughly there. Roughly there. Make sure that's nice and straight and we can stick that down. Wonderful, wonderful. Now one of the things I didn't do is I didn't put all of my little photo place card holders into my pockets, and that's okay. I will do that afterwards. But what I did do was I did bring over, as I mentioned in the first video, my anti-static mat, and this, my friends, is how we stop things from sticking. So we're going to put some stickers on because it's fun. We have a sticker here, which is this one here. I'm going to take this, and I'm thinking that they use 3D foam tape on this one, and that one's going up there. So we can either do this and put our sticker onto our anti-static mat. You can also use your sleeve or your arm or whatever you like, but that will then take the adhesive off the back of that, and then I can use 3D foam tape to lift it up. I mentioned that I prefer to use, or that I'm using thin 3D foam tape just in my albums. I don't like really puffy pages, so I do tend to use the thin 3D foam tape. And I'm just going to pop some of this on. I want to make sure that it doesn't sag. I'm going to put, a few pieces on. But the other thing I'm going to do is, because this goes over the top, I think I just made that too big, over the top of my photo, I'm not going to take off all of the adhesive. And you don't need to take off all of the adhesive. As long as it's sitting up, I'm just going to stick that back on the roll. As long as it's sitting up, you don't have to have it all stuck down. So this sits like that. Isn't that so cute? Gee, that's good. That looks really good. Something like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave this bottom one on because there's a chance that my photo needs to slide up under there. If I take the back off these and line that up, I don't want it covering, love this so much, the words, but put it roughly there. Stick that down. That's stuck down nice and firm, but when it comes time to putting my photo underneath, I'm going to be able to slide my photo under there. And then if I want to, I can lift that up and I can take that backing off and stick it down on top of my photo. And it is photo safe, or I can just leave it because it's puffed up and it doesn't need to be stuck down. All right, the next sticker I'm doing is this one here, which is this one here. So I'll take that one off. And this one again is meant to go over the top of the sticker, and it's going to go roughly here, but I don't want that, I don't want it sticking to the paper. So what you can do is, if you peel off, so these are stickers that I've already gotten rid of, just going to cut that off. And it's only really the corner, so this little bit here, that I need to protect from stickiness. So I'll take that off and stick it to myself. And this little sticker piece here is going to stop the sticker from sticking to where my photo is hopefully going to go. I'm going to pop that on there. Just going to place it there. I'm not sticking it down yet. I'm not pressing it down yet because I'm not sure exactly where the big ice cream cone goes, which is this one here, which says treat yourself. Very American, I know. This one again popped up on 3D foam tape. So we're going to take the anti-static mat. This anti-static mat is usually used for heat embossing, but it's also great for this sort of thing. It contains some sort of powder, kind of like talcum powder, corn flour. You could use talcum powder or corn flour if you wanted to, but it's great because it's in a little pouch, so it makes it super easy. So we do that, and then I'm going to put some 3D foam tape on all of this. So let's go with this. Now, watching the videos from Close to My Heart, some of the consultants like to put heaps of 3D foam tape on. Others, not so much. Me, I'm kind of in the middle. You know, I put enough to make it work, but not so much that I'm wasting too much of it. I'm also mindful, again, of what tape I'm going to take off because it is going over the top of my photo. So what I tend to do is before I take the backing off, I'll turn it over and I'll just give it a press and see how that, you might not see, but that actually kind of collapses in the middle. So I know I need just another little bit in the middle, and then there's no collapsing. It's collapsing a little bit there. It's good there. So I'll just put another little bit on that section there to hold it up. But that's really all I need for this particular sticker. Then I'm going to put this down there like that. Is that right? Don't want it on that much of an angle. So about that, I think. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to put it like that, which means that this section here needs to be not stuck down. So I'm going to turn it over, and it's that there, which works perfectly. So this here I'm not going to take off, but everything else, hopefully I've done that right, everything else can, the backing tape can come off, and I can stick that down in place, and I can also stick down this sticky here because that worked perfectly. All right, so something like that. There we go. And then we also have just a couple of little drips on this, which I can see on the sticker sheet here. So there's one and there's two. One of them is going to have to be popped up because it comes off here. So I just want to put a tiny bit of just kind of support tape on there, and all I'm going to do is cut the finest little bit like that and put it right on the edge. Making sure that you can't see it, but right on the edge. That might have even been a bit wide, but that's okay. And then I will stick this to there, like that. And then this one will drip down like that. And I haven't done too badly. I've got a little bit of sticky on there. Page 1, let's just move that out the way, is done. Yay, I've finished page 1. Okay, I just need to flip this over and take the sticky off the back. There is nothing worse than trying to put this in a memory protector and there's sticky on the back of it. It's yucky, very yucky. All right, I can grab my memory protector, which has got the rest of the other page in it. And this is the left-hand page. So let's turn it over, put it in the memory protector so it's safe. And there is my left-hand page. Let's move on to the right-hand page. And I'm wondering if Darren's singing for his supper yet. Okay, again, I want my stripes to be vertical. I go, no, horizontal, vertical. Okay, so vertical stripes, Close to My Heart tape runner, couple of dots on there. Now, the reason why I do a couple in kind of towards the corners is if I did just one in the middle, it can still spin. So I like to do them out towards the corners. Center this so it's nice and straight. Press it down. For some reason it's not completely 12 by 12, but that's okay. And we're going to flip to the other side and let's do this one. All right, so again, I have already laid out the strips kind of the way they're meant to go. So let's have a look. We're doing the pink. So that one's going first. You can't see this flamingo. While I'm doing this, I'm trying to think of photos of ice creams. One's coming to mind, but I don't know. Well, and if a time is coming to mind of when we bought ice creams, but I don't know if I got a photo of it. You know, your kids get to a certain age and they say, oh, don't take my photo, Mum. Don't take my photo. So I'm not sure if I've actually got a photo. It's of Josh. So now that's a long piece, isn't it? Wow, didn't notice that. Okay, there's that one. So we've got those three. Let's get them down. So spin this around again. And again, it will tell me that this row starts at 1 3/4. And I'm glad that it tells me that because I'd forgotten. Right, so 1 3/4. 1 3/4 from the top, and we're doing pink. Where's my tape runner? That one there. Right. Pink from the edge, and it's great having done the first page because this second page is not going to be spaced across the page as much as the first page because it does stop. But I've got in my head roughly how far apart everything was spaced. So I'm just going to kind of go off that. And it shouldn't take me too long. There's 3. Okay, so that's the first one. And then we come down 3/8 of an inch. And in another video, I did ask if anyone wants some tips on 1/8 of an inch, how to measure 1/8 of an inch, please let me know. Next one was this one here. We're going the lemonade. And then the scary thing is, the next one we do is actually one of the zip strips. So that's the next one you see. Now I say that's scary because spacing, that's okay. I'm going to match this one here with the zip strip. So this one I know will go right to the edge, and then the zip strip will be spaced to be underneath the mint piece. So this one goes to the edge, and don't move the ruler. Okay, 3/8. 3/8 of an inch, which is 8 3/4 and a bit. I'll just follow the blue line. That one there. Okay, here we go. I love the fact we get instructions. People say, oh, you should check out, you know, such and or other's scrapbooking sketch. I know why I'm struggling, because that's not the right way. You should check out the scrapbooking sketch. And I go, does it have measurements? What do you need measurements for? Because I'm dumb. Simple as that. Because I'm dumb. I can't measure to save my life. I need measurements. So if you can give me measurements, that'd be great. I'm lazy. Close to my heart have spoiled me. I like my measurements. Pre-cut's even better, you know. If you can give me pre-cut, that'd be great. Now I don't need this pink one because I can't see it on the paper. I do need this yellow one though, so I'm going to cut that one off. And after the yellow, you can't see anything. So these could be spares, but I'm going to put them up there. I'm not going to actually put them aside anywhere, just in case. You don't see the pink, but you do see the yellow. So again, the yellow I'm going to line up with the zip strip and hope that that's the right one. So we're going at 3 inches, 3, 8, looked like a 3. That one there, this one here, hopefully that's right. Okay, next one, 3/8 of an inch coming down. And I like these blue dots. The blue dots are good, girls. They're really good. Right, so that one's out of the way. So we've done the mint, and the next one is this one here. Powering through it now. Look at this. We need that one, and we don't need this one. I'm going to have so much left over. I'm going to have fun making another page. We don't need that one. Or what I can do is use this for flip flaps and so forth. I could do flip flaps. Yay for me. Right, that's all we need from them because it's covered by a 6x4 photo. How lovely. Okay, there's one. There's 2. Come down again and we're going to spin it. Let's spin. 3/8, so that's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. 3/8, 3/8, good. All right, so the next color I think, whoop, let's spin this one away as well. We've got this one. The next one baffled me a little bit because it was in the middle, and that just, it was like, huh? So whereas all the others have been at the edge, this one's in the middle. So it baffled me, but that's okay because I can cut to the middle. So we'll take this one out. Everything else was like going along swimmingly, and then this one just went, okay, that's different. So we've got the purple, and then we've got a blue, which again was kind of like, yeah. So I'm going to take one of my pieces that I had pre-cut and go with that one. We're going to stick those 2 down. I'm going to flip this over so that I can see what colours they are in case I need them for other pieces. Now, you could argue that maybe I should do all of the pieces in case I decide that I don't want to, use the photo layout as is, but I ain't doing that. This is the way I'm doing it. I'm a copier. What can I say? All right, the next one, again, was a little bit of a baffler for me because they didn't follow suit with a strip. It was like, okay, so where's that bit of the strip? And this one is a wider one. So that was a 1/2 inch, that was a 1/2 inch. So I'm figuring the next one is 3/4 of an inch. When I looked at it, it looked like it was this one. And then the next one next to it, by one, was a grape with squares. So I'm going to use this one. Don't know what happened. Honestly, don't know what happened. So we do that. We've got them to go in my little pile. And it was this one off this full strip that I haven't used yet. So I will cut this one. Cut. It's very hard to think of things to say for a full however long I've been scrapping. That's why I need someone sitting here talking to me. But a lot of people would probably be scared to sit and talk on camera live. No, not scared to sit and talk to me. Yes, I know you thought that. Although some people probably would be scared to sit and talk to me. That's sad. I'm not that scary. I don't bite much. Okay, and then the final row, again, threw me out just a little bit. It was a skinny one, but I figured it was these two. So back to this strip, which I've used somewhere, and it was these two. And you'll see once I've finished sticking these down and I bring all of the other pieces in, why it's thrown me. Now maybe you're supposed to just ad lib, just do it however you want to do it. But as a copier, I have so much left over, which is lovely. I am not complaining. But I didn't understand. I didn't. There's one. And two. And all I'm doing is I'm lining up these down the left-hand edge. Because what happens next is you get the other pieces for this page, which are pieces C, D, E, and F, and they go on the page. So this one is actually going to go... Why did I stick that down? Why did I stick that down? Because I was talking, and you're all sitting there laughing at me. And I could leave it there, but I'm not going to. I'm taking that off. So this one is going to go there, which is why I don't need anything underneath. Yeah? Okay. But before I do that, apart from that one that's sticky on the back, which I'll take the sticky off, let me show you all the pieces that I have left over that I can make other stuff with. Look at all of this. So generous. Now, Close to My Heart could have just gone, no, you're only getting what you're getting. But we have all of this left over. Fabulous. Just absolutely fabulous. They're already stitched, so I can make another layout. This one's extra long. That's another dotty one. And we've got this. These are all wonderful. Now, I have got this piece, but that's actually... which this one I did write on the back. That's 1E, so I will be using that. But that's all the leftover bits that I can do something with. So that's absolutely wonderful. I'm just going to put that sticky piece up there and shift them out the way. Get out the way. Bring this back in and finish off the page, yeah? Shouldn't take too long. She says. Okay, so use... Number 2, attach remaining prepared die cut strips and Project 1 zip strip accents as shown. So that's done. Optional. Draw stitched lines on some die cut strips with a journaling pen as shown. So I already did that beforehand. Attach 1C and 1D. So 1C is this piece here. And because I used the dark side on this, I'm going to use the dark side on this page as well. So let's put some adhesive on this. Like so, and we will see where it comes in. So it comes across 3/4 and it comes down 1 inch. So let's just put our ruler at 1 inch down, pick that up, and then come across 3/4 of an inch, which is, no, that's not helpful, Charlotte. This is a 14-inch ruler, so what I try and do is line up the 13 inches with the edge, and then I can measure across 3/4 of an inch, which is there. Make sure that looks nice and straight, which it doesn't. Come down here and just double check that that is 3. It doesn't look straight, but it is straight. And then we can do that. Oh, there was actually, no, sorry, I missed that one. So that's a whole strip that we didn't use as well. Lots and lots of leftovers. All right, so there's that one. Then what I need is my 3 photo mats to show that these are 3 3x3 photos. So that was piece 1C. Then they say put piece 1D on. Now, the next thing they say is optional, draw journaling lines on 1D with a journaling pen and ruler as shown. So they've done sort of dotted lines on this, which I probably will do. But I'm going to stick it down first. So let's stick this down. And the other great thing about these workshop kits, okay, you can download the pattern. You don't need to buy the workshop kit. You can download the pattern. You won't get all these fabulous pieces. You may not know the measurements and everything, but you can copy the design. So you could make your own, just do whatever size strips you want. Copy the design because the design is fabulous, absolutely fabulous. All right, this is coming down 1/2 inch and in 1/2 inch. I really like this design. The more I'm playing with it, the more I'm liking it, which is usually what happens. Did you just see the top of my head? I don't like it when they ask me to come down 1/2 inch. It's just, my ruler doesn't like it either. Okay, down 1/2 inch and in 1/2 inch. So we're going there. We certainly are. Just going to press that and then make sure down here we are in 1/2 inch. Okay, so it hasn't quite come across 1/2 inch, so I'm just going to straighten that up a little bit before I press that down. It's coming together and it's looking lovely. 1D. Then we're going to put on 1E. So remember this was 1E. Put some tape on here. And again, they're going to tell me exactly where to stick this. 3/8 of an inch up from the bottom of the white. So 2 3/8 of an inch, which is 7/8 of an inch. There we go. This goes on here like this. Look at that, and it fit. They said stick it where it fits. Okay, that was 1E. Attach 1E to 1D, done. Attach 1F. This is 1F. So go around here. Yes. Sometimes I don't really read it and I'll go, oh yeah, attach 1F. Sometimes I don't read it at all. And then I keep reading, it says with 3D foam tape, and I haven't seen that. So I was just double checking. It doesn't know. This comes down 3 1/4. 1, 2, 3 1/4. So that's 8 3/4 there. And it comes across 3/8 from the edge of here. Now, what I'm going to do is just check. It looks good, actually. Line that up. 3/4 of an inch, which goes there. Now, yes, no, that's okay. I'm thinking, but I can see the top of that zip strip and that looks pretty ugly. But a sticker covers it, so that's okay. So a sticker's going to cover this, so that's all good. Embellish with stickers. Tip, attach a few stickers with 3D foam tape for added dimension. So let's have a look at the stickers that we're attaching. We are going, here's the scoop. So take this one off, and this one they have put on with 3D foam tape. So let's do that, shall we? Now this is a bigger sticker, so I'm going to move all of that out of the way, and I'm actually going to use my anti-static mat on it like this, rather than putting the sticker onto the anti-static mat. I'm doing that. Now I've dropped some powder on the table, so I'm going to pick that up as well, move it around, and then just rub that in. And that will take most of the sticky off. Shush that off the table. And bring it back. How cool is this looking? Okay. So 3D foam tape. and it's this section here that's going to go over the top of the photo. So I'm going to do one long strip along there that I just won't take off, at least not for the moment. Okay, so go like that. Do another strip here. Now it doesn't really like the powder, but eventually it will stick to it. So persevere. One piece here. 3D foam tape is extremely sticky, which is good. And then I want a piece up here. Fine 3D foam tape is really good for sticking things to glitter paper, especially. That's nice and secured. I did wonder about the S down the bottom, so I'm going to put some more tape on that. And I'll probably do this way. So here's the scoop is going up there like that. How cool! Like that, and that's all nicely supported. The one I'm not taking off is that bottom one. So everything else can come off. I might not take this one off as well, just because it might go over the photo as well. So that doesn't really want to stick to this section here. There was probably a little bit too much powder on that section, but everything else is sticking nicely. So let's whip the back of this off, line it up again. It's coming down just about there, and then that's going, yeah, that doesn't look the same, but that's okay. One thing I like to do is once I've finished my page, is to get rid of this. Because if I keep comparing mine to that, it doesn't look the same. But if I don't have that to compare to and I just look at my page, it looks awesome. It does look awesome. All right, then I want these couple of drops, and they're going to go flat onto the page. I'm going to do one here, like that. They're so cute. They really are so cute. And one here like that. And it looks like that's all the stickers there are. So guess what, girls and guys and everyone else? That's it. I'm finished. 2 pages done and dusted. What is that? That is, oh, that's more of that. Okay, good. So let's have a look at those 2 pages together. Now, one of the things I did mean to do, which I didn't do, was rather than lining, oh, that's right. No, I need to take that off. Rather than lining up the strips with, you know, the 1 3/4 inch from the top, I did actually mean to line it up with the other page. So there you go. So what I'm talking about is it did work, and that's really good. But what would have been a better technique would be, rather than measuring down from on the Versamat, to actually line this page up with this and then match these across. But hopefully you can see those 2 pages. Let me move this out of the way so that these just the 2 pages. How good does that look? How good is that? Absolutely gorgeous pages. Love, love, love them. These are still available. Jump online and grab them. You can always come back and have to put up with watching me. You don't have to listen to me, just turn the volume off. And get yourself some gorgeous pages. And there you go. Hello, Rhonda. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have managed to watch and you're still listening to me, hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. Otherwise, if you were watching live, well, Rhonda, hi. I'd love to know what you thought. If you've got any questions, let me know. I will be coming back and doing videos of the other 2 projects. So today I did this project, which is project 1 of the Tutti Frutti Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. Then over the coming days, I'll be doing project 2 and project 3, just to show you how I put it together, because maybe that would help you. But this project is finished and I need to go and cook dinner. So from me to you, stay safe, keep crafting, and bye for now. Thanks, Rhonda. I think it's pretty beautiful as well. Bye.